I woke up this morning and all I was craving was coconut rice and peppered beef. And here it is. So if you want to see how I make this, let's get started. This is Benny's and you're welcome to Benny's Kitchen. So the ingredients I'll be using for this recipe is the coconut. So if you don't have fresh coconuts where you are, you can use the canned coconut milk, rice, beef, capsicum or tatashe or bell pepper, onions, crayfish, thyme and rosemary, white pepper, this is optional, and some seasoning cubes. So I'm just going to steam the meat and allow it to cook till it's tender. Welcome back, my beautiful people. I really appreciate you all. I love you all. You guys are the best. Thank you very much for your love and your support towards this channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're coming across this wonderful channel for the very first time, please feel free to join this happy family and you'll be glad you did. And do not forget to subscribe to join this family. So yes, I'm going to break this coconut. I'm going to take the meat out of the shell and cut into smaller pieces. But first, I'm just going to show you a hack. That way, if you don't want to use a knife to remove the meat from the coconut shell, you don't have to bother. You just have to put this on the fire and allow this to heat up for some minutes, and the meat will just come out of its shell on its own. But I don't have that time now, so I'll just go ahead and use my knife to take the coconut meat out of the shell. So I'm just showing you this in case you don't want to do that. So as you can see, the sides are already burnt because I used high heat, medium heat for it, but it's best to use low heat so your coconut won't get burnt. So as you can see, it has already started coming out on its own, but I don't have that time, so I'll just go ahead and use my knife to take off the coconut meat. So I'm just going to cut the coconut into smaller bites or smaller pieces. This will enable my blender to blend it properly. So after doing that, I'm just going to blend and I'll add some hot water to it. This way I'll extract all the milk from the coconut, and after taking out the first milk out of it, I'm still going to reblend. I'll still add more water to the coconut and I'll still blend that. The beef is tender, so I'm just going to take this out and transfer it directly to my oven tray, and I'm going to roast this till it's brown. Yeah, I'm not going to fry the meat. I'm just going to put it into the oven for it to dry, and I'm going to transfer my coconut milk into the meat stock in that same pot. I'm going to add in my grounded crayfish, the remaining thyme and rosemary, onions, white pepper, seasoning cubes, chili powder, and I'll just give this a stir and now add my washed rice. Please, you have to note that while cooking coconut rice easily gets burnt, and if you're not using a non-stick pot, you're using a stainless pot, you have to be very careful. You have to mix everything before it starts boiling, and you have to reduce the heat, say like medium heat, and not use high heat to cook your rice. So and again, coconut rice easily gets salty, so after I've stirred everything, I gave this a taste and it needed me to add a little more salt, which I did after combining everything. And now our rice has been cooking, and I'm going to give this a stir. Like, I'm just going to mix everything properly now. Next, I'm just going to chop the peppers together. Here is the capsicum, which is the bell pepper, or tatashe, onions and chili pepper. So I'm going to heat up my oil in the frying pan and add the peppered mix, and I'm going to fry this for like 5 to 10 minutes. Then I'm going to add some seasoning like the curry powder, ginger powder, thyme and rosemary, your seasoning cube and some salt. So I added some white pepper too. So you can just season this sauce according to your taste or according to how you want it to be like. So everything, the list of ingredients I used in this video will be in the description box as usual. So everything I used for this recipe, just go down to the description box and you'll find them there. Thank you. So now the sauce has been cooking for a while, as you can see, and the color has changed. So I'm just going to start adding in the beef, the roasted beef. See, I roasted this thing to be properly dried. That's how I want it to be, but you can make yours to just be moderate. Yeah, so I'm just going to give this a good mix and allow the meat to cook in this sauce so that this sauce will get into this meat. And oh, it came out so delicious. I don't know how to explain how tasty, how yummy this came out, but seriously, this meat and the coconut rice came out very, very well. Like, it came out so tasty. Like, the way I craved it as I woke up this morning, that's how it came out. And it's time to serve our coconut rice. Yay! So I'm just going to add some coconut rice to my plate and serve the peppered meat. When I mean peppered, this meat is actually spicy. Yes, and I'm just going to top this with some spring onions just to give it a bit of color. Thank you very much for watching. See you in my next video, and please do stay safe. I love you all. Bye.